Previously on the Death Saving Bros podcast. Manny, Thad, Milo, and Dixon were faced with the hags, and we got into a battle.
I would like to run through the doorway.
When you run through the door, you wind up crossing over a flagstone with glyph of warding that makes it explode. The purple hag, she is going to grab a golden ring, and all of you are going to feel your head fill with static. She's going to hiss, "You've done nothing but get in the way. So, we thought, why not infiltrate you ourselves?" And the purple hag transforms into Winona.
So which one did I kiss?
That one.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go whack the shag then and try to finish her off.
What does it look like when you kill this shag?
I'm gonna lop her fucking head off.
The green hag, she is going to pick up a ring of her own, and she is going to point at Dixon. Charisma saving throw, please.
What would a 17 do for me?
You managed to avoid being banished.
I shoot the purple hag, or the pag, twice.
And she is going to turn on Manny and Milo and cast Lightning Bolt again.
Why?
You're just a bunch of bumbling fools.
We're literally students.
You're going to hear the green hag say, "It didn't take more than a student to mess up our runes. It was that one that we sent to you with a little monitoring device."
Leong.
Oh, with the eye. How far am I from the table that all these hags were grabbing their rings from?
You do perceive that there is a copper ring.
I want Toby to bring me the ring.
The green hag, she is going to look up and say, "But we've already accomplished what we set out to learn, and the master will be pleased. Nyastra, it's time to leave. And besides, there's much worse coming. Bye-bye." And she's going to cast Plane Shift. Welcome to the final episode of the Death Saving Bros podcast. I am your host and dungeon master, Paul Camper. And joining me for the last time, Ben Renfro.
Man, I'm going first, and let me just tell you, my peener is chuffed to bits for this last episode tonight.
Brad Richards.
Two things. One, I'm sorry you're related to him. Two, hey Paul,
Hey, Beerich.
a drake is a baby what?
I don't know.
A drake
Oh,
is...
a drake is a baby dragon. Oh,
It sure
shit.
is a baby dragon, my ball sack across your forehead. God, you fuckers suck a fucking ass.
Wasn't ready for it.
Fucking got him.
Matt Smith.
Why did the barbarian wear only the latest fashions?
Because it was all the rage.
So they could drag their balls across Paul Camper's forehead.
And Brad Renfro.
Fuck yes.
I'm just going to take a quote from Kid Rock and say, "Bong with a thong, orangutan titties."
I don't know if that's how that goes, but I cannot specify what he says. Long story short, balls on Paul's forehead.
Yeah.
Balls on Paul.
The orangutan dragging his balls across Paul's forehead.
That
Let
would
me
be
just
uncomfortable.
clarify my peener that is chuffed to bits.
It's located on Paul's forehead.
I'm only
Is
half
located on Paul's forehead, yes.
Being chuffed on his forehead.
I am chuffing Paul.
Chuffing all over.
I'm chuffing on Paul? Is that... I'm delighting on Paul? I'm pleasing on Paul? That's the synonyms there?
None of this sounds good.
Well, long story short, I am chuffed as bits to be here with you all as we record our final episode of Season 2 of the Death Saving Bros Arcshine series, and also of the Death Saving Bros podcast as a whole. We've had a lot of hilarious moments together. We've had a lot of moments of suspense, and of suspense for me, where you guys have no idea what's going on, but you still somehow manage to get through the puzzles that I had given you, and you've reached our end point where we are going to wrap up the campaign. And the way we're going to do that is picking up where we left off last time on the Death Saving Bros podcast. You all had just finished battling the 3 hags in the underground lab below the local inn near the Arcshine Tower. In this underground lab, there is the dead and limp body of Winona propped up on a 45-degree angle, which is surrounded by 2 semicircle tables, beyond which there is an outer perimeter of pillars and troughs of green flame. It's silent in this lab because last time you managed to fight off the 3 hags, kill the wet one, or the blue one, seriously injure the green and purple hags, who then plane shifted away, but not before they said, "We've learned enough to satisfy our master. Besides, there's much worse coming for you. Bye-bye." And so now, you are spread out throughout this room after your battle, and there are moments left to revivify Winona before she has passed the 1 minute beyond her death. So I will turn it over to you.
Alright, we got 20 seconds. I run up to Winona, and I would like to try to heal or stabilize her, however I can.
Nah, she did.
All right, Manny, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Very good. Why is Manny ass at medicine? 10.
Okay, with a 10, Manny, you are checking her vital signs. You're trying to find a pulse. You're checking for wounds, but you do not have the knowledge to bring her back to life. She is dead, and you know that.
Milo, over here, quick.
I'm on my way.
You know what to do here, right?
Oh my goodness, let me take a look here, and...
Hurry, quick!
Oh no, I'd like to try to cast Revivify. As long as I'm trying to see and make sure I have a surge to do so.
I'll give you a surge. Don't worry, here.
I do. Okay, I just need a 3rd level.
Oh, wait, shit. You need a 3rd level?
Yeah, but the one that I have is a 1 through 4, so I can use it.
Alright, use your own. I can't. I don't have a 3rd level surge. Fuck!
While this is going on, Thad would like to walk up to where Winona is and hold his gun out, pointed at her face, so that when she wakes up, she realizes that she's protected and safe because we're armed.
What if she wakes up crazy?
Then there's a gun in her face,
All right,
so
all right. I'm with you.
it's a win-win.
She's gonna get capped and cut really fast.
Win-win scenario.
There's absolutely nothing that could go wrong with doing that.
All right, so Milo, you come over. You're going to use your level 3 surge to cast Revivify, and you will need a diamond worth at least 500 gold pieces in order to cast that, but I know that I did give you a diamond in the past for this specific reason.
It's 300.
Okay, 300 gold pieces. It needs to be at least 300 gold pieces.
But his diamond is worth 500. Hell yeah.
Oh, so do I get some change back when I use the spell?
No, you will not get change.
Can I ready an action to attack
If she wakes up.
if she wakes up? Dude, I'm not taking chances.
Then why are we trying to wake her up?
I don't know.
If you're just gonna kill her.
I didn't say we're gonna kill her.
The dead rise. Oh my god. Unnatural.
Just everybody calm the fuck down.
Dixon hates everybody. And cutting thing.
See, Dixon wants to die, so coming back from death is such an affront to everything he stands for.
Okay.
I cast Revivify.
Do you want to describe how you wind up using this diamond to cast the spell?
Yeah, so how much time is left on the timer?
Seconds. Just go.
10 seconds.
Okay, so I put my hand in my pocket. Oh my goodness, where did this diamond go? There is so much room in my pockets.
Come on, Milo, hurry. Find the diamond.
Just me just throwing random things out of my pocket, making a pile behind me, and then, okay, here
Milo,
it is.
I
Here's
think we're losing her.
I shove it right in her mouth. Boop. Gotta cast Revivify.
As you speak the words of the spell that you need in order to cast Revivify, the diamond melts in your hand, flowing down her gullet in a rivulet of pure crystalline light. You can see it travel down her esophagus where it settles in her chest, and it is a glowing river of light that blossoms in her chest, flushing her with life where there used to be a gray pallor. And suddenly the light vanishes from her chest, and she takes a deep breath.
And she sees a gun pointed right in her face.
Thad feels a sneeze coming on.
Winona, it's me, Manny. I'm here.
Her eyes snap open, and she twists away from you and says, No, don't hurt me, no!
I'm not gonna hurt you. And then I take out a healing potion, and I just start, like... Well...
Go ahead.
Drink, bitch! It'll get you drunk.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Here, drink this. And I, like, bite off the cork, and I spit it, and I just start, like, pouring it into her gullet the same way that the diamond melted into her gullet as well.
Why did you spit in the vial?
No, I pulled off the... I used one hand to bring the vial up. I didn't spit... Here, take this.
The secret ingredient is elephant spit.
Roll a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because she ain't wanting you to throw something in her mouth the moment she's waking up.
Well, not with that attitude.
3. The first roll was a 4.
Okay, you go to pour the healing potion into her mouth, and she twists away from you, and she manages to bump your arm and sends the potion smashing against the floor, and she says, No, I refuse to drink anything. I'm not drinking anything more you give me. No.
I can say, Winona, relax. Look at this gun. We used it to protect you. And then I'm going to start going, I got a sneeze coming on. Still with it pointed at her face. It passed.
Give me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
7.
She says, No, I don't believe you. You're just shapeshifters. You're trying to trick me. No.
How can I prove to you it's me?
Kiss her. Kiss her like you did that first
But
time.
it wasn't her the first time.
Quick, ask her if she has those notes yet.
Winona, it's me. You have to believe it. I'll prove it. I was supposed to come by to your room to look over. No, wait, no, that's also the wrong one. Shit.
What a fucking idiot.
What are you doing to me, Thad? You set me up for failure.
Wasn't that the first day? Did you ask her for notes on like the first day?
Oh yeah, wait. When I had to leave class early. Winona, on the first day of class, we were sitting next to each other, and I had to leave early, and Facum Kane was going to teleport me to the Pyrocross tryouts, and I asked you to, if you could take some notes for me, and if I could pick them up later. It's me. It's really Manny.
No, you three have already tortured me. You know everything that's happened this year. I don't believe you.
Well, there's 4 of us here.
Wait, what?
There's 4 of us here.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
He found it.
Basic math gives you advantage.
Oh boy. Oh wait, hold on. 18.
At your voice, she finally opens her eyes, and she starts twisting around looking at all of you, and she does finally see that there are indeed 4 of you. And she says, Wait, Manny, is that really you?
No, there's another big ass elephant around here that knows your name.
The one and only Ivory Alchemist
God
right
damn
here.
it.
Yes, it's me.
Where are the witches?
There's one of them.
Gave him some stitches.
We were just fighting them off for a while, and once they started to look like they weren't in too good of shape, they fled.
They pussed out.
But we were able to injure them, and they ran away. So they're not dead. They're still out somewhere, and they could be anywhere, but not here in this room right now. We were able to to scare him off.
Well, that one's dead. The moist one.
Untie me then. Untie me. They killed me, Manny. Get me out of this.
Before we untie you, do you feel safe and secure?
Dad, this is ridiculous. We gotta let her out.
I want to know if she feels safe or not.
Dad,
I feel safer once I'm out of these chains.
But do you feel safer now?
Winona, he's trying to ask, do you feel like yourself?
I feel like I'm gonna kick you in the balls if you don't let me out of this right now, Manny.
That's convincing enough for me.
Whoa.
And I start untying her.
Whoa.
If we don't let her out, she can't kick us in the balls. Now I feel unsafe. It's a good thing I have this gun.
Dad, you can keep the gun out. I don't give a shit. And I proceed to start untying Winona.
Okay.
And now I have finished untying Winona. I wasn't just trying to say I was starting it, like I was actively doing it. All right, go on.
Okay, as soon as you finish unstrapping her, she slides down from the table and she starts backing away from all of you, and she's holding her arms across her chest, hugging herself. They killed me. I was dead.
No.
And we brought you back. Milo actually was able to bring you back, so.
You should have a chocolate bar. Here.
She takes the chocolate bar from you and says, Why is it all smushy?
Well, I had it in my pocket. It's been in there for a little bit, but it's okay. It's still good. You should still eat something.
Oh, okay. Milo, give me a persuasion check with advantage, please.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna use my weird dice. Glad I got advantage. My charisma. I have -1. I rolled an 18.
Okay, she takes the wrapper, undoes it, and she's able to get a semi-firm piece, and she takes a bite and says, Wow, Milo, that actually does make me feel a little bit better, but I feel really weak.
Yeah, no, you just said you died, but what's the last thing you remember?
Dying.
Well, yeah, that. And also, I remember they've had me cooped up for days. They just came running in and they took me out of the hut that they were keeping me in the forest. And then they brought me back here and they said that it was now or never. They had to kill me to stop the spell. Then they started chanting and the floor lit up and then they stabbed me. And I died.
Well, you ain't dead now.
So what you're saying is
So-
you died.
Well, like everyone's saying, that sounds like it must have been, a scary and awful situation. And we're sorry that we didn't find you sooner.
Eat dicks.
The reality is, they like you said, they're shapeshifters. They were walking around campus impersonating you. So we were none the wiser that, you weren't actually, around, but the second we noticed it, we were able to find you. So luckily we found you when we did. You're alive now. And I know it's probably hard talking about it, but you said that or they had mentioned that they had gotten whatever information that they needed out of you first, or you had said that they had gotten all, you had already told them everything. What exactly was it that they were getting you to tell them? What did you tell them that might help us to be able to find them or whoever their master is to be able to, figure this out?
So you really have no idea what's been happening.
We were gone for a little while.
How did you find me?
We came across this lab a few days ago.
We did?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you guys left me here to die.
No, we all explored the lab, and then you went up the stairs.
So you found the stairs.
You found the stairs to the bar.
Yeah, and then I almost died because you guys left me to die
But we came back.
after I was dead.
Manny didn't come back.
Oh yeah, Manny, where were you?
Where was I? I was with. So actually, that's probably what had happened. That first time that we showed up and found this lab, Winona, there was presumably one of these hags that was impersonating you there, and I had actually found you and came across what I believed was you to take you back to your dorm that night. So yeah, we had stumbled across this lab one day, and then once we figured out everything that was going on and all the weird stuff that we were starting to piece together, we figured that this was the location that we should have come back to, and just naturally that was the timing that we ran in and just fought with them, and you had died as you said. So that's how we came across and found this place and why we were here.
But what happened when you walked her back? The shapeshifter.
Nothing much.
Nothing.
We made plans to study the next day. Nothing.
Nothing further with the shapeshifter that you thought was Winona. Nothing you need to get off your chest.
We've already established absolutely nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. As you guys know, and we talked about, nothing.
Despite certain initial reports to the contrary.
It was actually a deeper betrayal than the whole shapeshifters being other people.
Thad, walk me through that one more time. What did your teammate lie to you about?
See, he broke the most sacred bond.
What was that?
And I learned a valuable lesson that day that I will never lie to my friends and teammates again.
Lie about what?
What did you lie about?
I extended the truth about the events that happened on said night.
Well, I'm just glad that you found me. Thank you, Manny. Also, I do have your notes.
Hush there, we're trying to talk about Manny betraying us.
Hush now. The grown-ups are talking.
So, I guess it was you guys then that postponed my torture for a few hours, at least. I was kidnapped from the school, basically right after you and I had class together, Manny, that first day. They brought me down here, and then they started torturing me for information and reading my mind to learn everything about me and my friends. And then they cast a spell on me. They wrote something on the floor, and they cast it, but somehow Liang found his way down here, and they saw him crouched under the table over there, and she points to one of the semicircular tables where you can see the stones that had originally had the writing that you had discovered. And then Winona continues. And so they caught him, they modified his memories, they poisoned him, and they were going to try and kill him, but he managed to run away when I tried to escape from my chains because their backs were turned. So they turned to me, he ran away, and then they ran a couple more tests trying to figure out how. They said that something had gone wrong with the spell, that the surge wasn't working the way that it was supposed to. Then they heard voices, and so they took me out of here. They sedated me, took me up into the inn, put me behind the bar. I heard fighting, and then after that, they grabbed me, ran back down here. They ran down that tunnel behind us. They went through another secret tunnel, and they ran me into the forest, and I've been there ever since. Until today, when they brought me back and said that the only way to fix the spell was to kill me.
Do you have any idea why, specifically they may have targeted you and been asking about yourself and your friends?
In case they had to look like me.
Oh.
They targeted me because I happened to be walking alone through the Arcshine.
Because the Ivory Alchemist wasn't there to walk her back to her dorm. Unfortunate.
Oh, was that tryouts, Dick?
Was it a lonely road?
Actually, yeah, what am I saying? That's much more important.
I wondered, did the spell get fixed then?
They say what the spell does?
I heard snippets of it. They kept arguing in the forest, all three of the witches. They said that the master wasn't going to be pleased. They said that it was supposed to work, that after last year, they had an idea of how to make magic stable and how to find an endless energy, that I was supposed to be the fix. But Liang, they called him the stupid boy. He messed it up for them, and then I didn't realize that it was you, but they kept saying those idiots keep messing with our plans.
Definitely was somebody else.
Idiots, couldn't be us.
We were playing Pyrocross in Danicash.
We have the Ivory Alchemist with us.
The smartest boy in all the school.
Thanks, guys.
But there was something that you lied to us about. What was that?
Look, guys, Winona is obviously tired. We should get her to.
I'm tired too. Tired of all these lies.
We
Then
should
what
get her
was it?
to the infirmary, or I could walk her back
No,
to her
no,
dorm.
don't take me to the infirmary.
Would you not the infirmary?
Not the infirmary. Dean Livia is there.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, why is that a problem? Isn't she the dean?
No, she's working with the witches.
Oh,
That's new.
that makes sense. Now you had mentioned
Just
how.
brushes right past it.
Huh?
Yeah, like
Just
why are
brushes
you not?
right past it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
'Cause she's
Anyway,
not- He
How
wants
does
to
this
nail
affect
it.
her smash pass ranking?
No, what I was gonna ask is, is that who the hags are referencing as her master? Do you know, or is there another master, or like somebody else? Is Dean Livia just one of like the hags? Like, is there an actual?
we just saw the 3 hags. She has to be the master.
Yeah, but have we determined if people like one of these witches was just impersonating Dean Livia, or if Dean Livia is actually the master? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
At that very moment, you hear coming through Dixon's pocket, Roger Dodger, this is Donnie. Are you there? Come in.
God damn it.
I take a long rest.
Yes, Donnie.
Oh, good, you guys aren't dead.
I feel like I'm trying.
Yeah, so, crazy thing, I just got up to Professor Fackham's office, and it turns out that Dean Livia was there, and so was Fackham, and so was Dean Doval, and so was Dean Tyson, and I tried to get their attention, and, like, literally right as everybody started to pay attention to me, 2 disgusting, like, witch women popped into existence in the room, and they said, Dola, it's time to go. And then all 3 of them disappeared. It was crazy. Are you okay?
All 3 of them.
Are you alive? Well, yeah, you're alive. You're answering me. Oh my God, what's going
Who
on?
Who disappeared with the hags?
Dean Livia.
Willingly?
Well, they didn't touch her or anything.
It sounds like they addressed her by name.
Oh, yeah, but they couldn't know that. Where are you now?
I'm at Professor Kane's office.
And what did they say?
They're trying to figure out what I'm doing here, and I said that I came to help you, and so now they want to see you.
I'll
Yep.
send him down here.
Figured. How long is it going to take you guys to get to the secret lab under the bar?
You hear a rustling on the other end, and then really loud, "This is Dean Tyson. Can you hear me?"
Yes, I can hear you.
Just talk normal. It picks it up very well, actually.
Okay, we can be there in 20 minutes.
20 minutes, damn.
Okay, well, I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Okay, then I will see you soon. Donnie, how do I turn this thing off?
Donnie?
Yeah, Roger Dodger, we'll be there soon. Fucking boomers.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, yeah. Obviously, it sounds like it was always Livia, not an impersonator of Livia. But I guess we got 20 minutes to kill. Winona, is there anything like I'm sure they might have some questions for you? I know it's probably hard right now, but if you could stick around a little bit, just rest until they get here. We could try to figure this out and see how we can go about it, and then after that, we'll be able to take you. Hopefully Livia's off campus to, some actual medics in the infirmary, or, I could take you back to your dorm room later after all this is said and done, so that you can...
To lie again?
Yeah. So you could betray us
so
yet
that
again.
you can get back and get some sleep. But if we can just hang out here a little bit, get some more details and info, we should be able to figure this out.
Winona is rubbing her temples and says, okay, so I told you most of what I know, but I don't know what Liang did to mess up their spell, and they modified his memories. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, Liang's okay. Like you said, maybe he wasn't himself when we saw him last, but if his memories were modified, that could be why.
Can I put on my rune reading helmet and see if the runes read something different to see what he messed up?
So the runes were wiped away, So you can't read them now, but we had discussed this and you as characters remember what it said. So I'll tell you again what the runes said.
Well, it said bind to the earth in a circle or something.
Yes, it did.
Tied to the user through magic, essence of life, essence of weave equals power.
Yeah, that's almost word for word exactly it.
Eat it, assholes!
The whiteboard came in handy.
Yeah, it's that thing you guys are like, what is he writing? He can't interpret those hieroglyphics.
Well, you read them because you wrote them. I read that and saw Dragon Boner. Rune Dragon Boner.
I mean,
binded to a cart in O.
I'm not a psychologist, but he might have some childhood traumas you're trying to get over.
Well, let's say here nor there, but it still says
If you're just-
Dragon Boner.
Let's say if you're reading Dragon Boner and everything.
Yeah, Dragon Boners are cool. What of it? Y'all ever seen a Dragon Boner before?
Oh, that new logo. It's like, I love the giant dragon boner in the middle.
Yeah, Liang is still alive. He actually gave us this. And I reached down into my shell. There, you see some rustling and some struggling to get it out. And I pull out the eyeball pendant, which is surely pink by now. And then I say, wait a minute. They can see us through this. And I throw it on the ground and I just go blam, 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 blam.
Okay. Yeah, roll damage.
How many times?
You can shoot twice, right? You're a fighter, so you can shoot twice.
All right. It's going to be 15 damage. And if that didn't work, I'm literally just going to keep shooting it until it falls apart or looks obviously destroyed.
But Matt, how many bullets do you have?
Unlimited.
Yeah, because of my artificer infusion, he has unlimited shots.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, you shoot it and it shatters. And as you do it, Winona says, "Oh, yeah, good job destroying that thing. That's what they use to scry on people. They can see anything out of that."
Yeah, thanks for the heads up. It's actually really good work.
They gave that to Liang before they modified his memories.
Yeah, Liang gave that to us, and I think that, yeah, was an issue.
I don't think they told him to give... Oh, they did just say, give this to your friends.
Liang thinks we're his friends. That's nice.
Yeah, good to know.
Idiot.
Well, I guess, is there anything else around the room that you guys can think of while we're waiting on the deans to get here that we could look into?
Yeah, I put on the magic copper ring. How do I feel?
Okay. Milo, you wound up grabbing the copper ring that was on the far end of one of the tables, and you were looking for it because the other hags, two of the other hags, had each put on a gold and a silver ring. So when you put on the ring, you can feel that there is some amount of power in it, but you would need to spend more time attuning to it if you wanted to discover what it was. If you wanted to get there sooner, you could have somebody cast Identify on it.
Does anybody have Identify?
Yeah.
Possibly our artificer?
Yeah.
Hey, Manny,
Yeah.
would you be able to take a look at this and tell me what this does?
I could give it a go.
But you have to give it back.
Yeah, I'm not the one in the group that hoards items, so I think you don't have to worry about that.
Just the one in the group that hoards lies.
Enough spelled. Halfway through, I just shoot that aside eye. A single tear starts to form, and then I suck it back in before it drops. Yeah, I could do it. I have enough surges, and my voice just sounds sad.
Is there anything written on the ring? In the just looking at it, identification?
No, you do not discern any type of writing or engraving on the ring. It is just a copper band that has been roughly hammered into shape, and the interior is entirely smooth.
Man, I wish I was roughly hammered into shape.
My interior is relatively...
Yes, sir.
Anyways, so I use another surge slot for my first level surges, and I cast Identify on the ring.
When you do so, Manny, with your sad voice, you feel the sound leave your mouth. It goes, and because you are the one casting the spell, you can feel the magic leave your mouth with these words, and it almost acts like sonar as it bounces off of this copper ring back to you, and the sound waves fill your mind with an idea of what this ring is shaped into and what it is. You realize that this ring is a ring of spell storing. So it can store spells that have been cast into it, holding them until the attuned wearer uses them. The ring can store up to 5 levels worth of spells at a time. While wearing this ring, you can cast any spell stored in it. The spell uses the slot level, spell DC, spell attack bonus, and spell casting ability of the original caster, but is otherwise treated as if you cast the spell. Once the spell is cast, it's no longer stored in the ring, freeing up space. You realize that this ring of spell storing actually has a spell stored in it.
Yes.
Well, while you're telling us what that spell is,
It's Goodberry. Damn it.
repeat all of that information back to everybody, really, so they know what Milo's putting on his finger. Yeah, imagine it'd be like dancing lights, and it's like, damn it.
When you say 5 levels worth of spells, is it I can store 5 spells of up to level 5? Or
I think he means like you could have like 5 1-level spells, you could have 1 5th-level spell, or like
a
any
3 and a
combination
2,
of like.
or
I
like-
see. The spell
yeah.
leveling has to equal 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt is exactly correct. So when you put it on and you are listening to what Manny has to say, Manny tells you that this ring has a spell of Rauthalim's Psychic Lance.
Can you spell that?
Yes, it's Raulothim Psychic Lance. It's a 4th level spell, and when it is cast, it has a range of 120 feet, and you unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from your forehead at a creature that you can see within range. Alternatively, you utter a creature's name, and if the named target is within range, it becomes the spell's target even if you can't see it. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 7d6 psychic damage and is incapacitated until the start of your next turn. On a successful save, it's half as much damage and there is no incapacitation.
Nice. I think I got that all down.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool ring, Milo.
It's
Definitely
pretty neat.
have that ready to use that at any moment, because I don't know what the rest of this night holds for us. Is there anything else people can think of while we're waiting for the deans around the room? Anything else that we can look into, information-wise?
Is there any magical chalk left lying around from when they wrote the runes?
Can I take a long rest?
No, it's going to be 20 minutes, so you won't even be able to get a short rest.
Not with that
But-
attitude.
There is, yes, some magical chalk that they had used to carve the runes into the stone.
I'm going to take some chalk, go up to one of the walls, draw 2 parallel vertical lines, intersected by 2 parallel horizontal lines, and then I'm going to put an X in the top left corner and look around expectantly.
I'm going to pull a piece of chalk out of my pockets, and I'm going to go and put a circle in the middle right area.
I walk over to Thad and hold out my hand, reaching for the chalk.
I mean, tic-tac-toe is usually a 2-person game, but here you go.
And I draw a triangle in the bottom rightmost area. Because clearly, I do not know what we're doing. Dixon, would you like to get in on this?
No.
Okay. I hand the chalk back to Thad.
Thad then puts an X in the bottom left corner.
Say Milo will put a square in the middle left corner or mid column.
Okay.
I gotta write this down.
I reach back out for the chalk, and I draw a rhombus in the top right.
Idiots.
And I hand the chalk back to Thadward.
Idiots.
Winona from the other side of the room is still hugging herself and says, Are you really playing games right now?
Is that what this is? I thought I was helping.
No, this is a healing rune.
Come over here, get in on it. You'll feel better.
It's a mathematical equation that we're trying to use to figure out the elasticity of the booty hole. Of the moon?
Of the booty hole.
Oh. Oh, that's what this is for. Why is it oddly the same as the moon?
Egad.
Winona just sinks to the ground and covers her face, and you can hear her trying to hold in her sobs.
I abandon the game and go over to Winona.
Quitter.
I'm going to write next to the tic-tac-toe board I'm just going to write losers, put a line under it, and then write Manny underneath.
Don't fill it in yet. I will tell you where I'm going to go.
Forfeited.
I cast message on the chalk beforehand. That's what you don't realize. After your next move, a message is going to play of what shape I want it and where. so that I can go comfort Winona, but still be head in the game.
So you go over to Winona.
And what is your next move? Thad?
He's going to be an X dead center.
I become visibly upset. And I will just draw a circle in the bottom of the middle.
All right. The last remaining spot, you hear the chalk message go off. It says decagon in the last space.
What's a decagon look like?
10-sided. It's like a hexagon, but with
Two
10
more
sides
sides.
instead of 6.
All right.
Take an octagon and add 2 sides to it.
It's close enough to a circle where
Dad's
I
going
could
to
have lined it
draw
up right.
what he thinks is a decagon,
And
but it's actually just a misshapen 9-sided figure.
a nonagon.
Nonagon.
Just a pyre crossball.
Very good. Take a giant C over the top. That was
Just
stupid.
be like, wow, this game is hard.
Once again, I am here to interrupt you as your DM, Paul. I'm here with some announcements, starting with the fact that this is our final mid-roll. We are releasing this episode on Thanksgiving in the US, so if you're not listening to us on release day, we hope that you enjoyed your holiday. If you are listening to us on release day, just know that us hosts are thankful to you. Not only because you're spending your holiday with us, but because you have spent the past 6.5 years with us. And that goes to everybody. We are so thankful to you. Thank you for joining us on this journey. An even bigger thank you goes out to our patrons, without whom this Death Saving Bros journey would not have been possible. Those who have joined our Patreon at the $5 tier get a shout out at the end of the show. But the following individuals have pledged to support us financially at the $10 tier or higher, so they get their supporter shout out right now. Ryan Cushman, Gene L. Jackson, and Gavin Knox. Thank you all for your support. Speaking of Patreon, there's still a ton of material available that we have released over the years at patreon.com/deathsavingbros. If you've waited until now to take a look, you can hop in there at any time and immediately get access to nearly 200 posts of exclusive audio and lore around the show. And to those who are current patrons, or are simply wondering if we'll continue to do anything with the channel, just know that we still have a lore episode or two, as well as a sneak peek at what our Arcshine adventurers may get up to in the future. So we'll keep the page operational for the time being. And then for those that are Shade Arrow members currently, we will be crafting special metal pins as the final fulfillment for that tier. And that's all. We've still got some adventure left for you to enjoy, so I'm going to let you get back to it. Without further ado, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
And so I'd like to...
How much time did that blow?
I'd like to take a blanket out of my Dungeoneer's pack that I've been carrying this whole time. And I'd like to drape a blanket over Winona's shoulders to comfort her.
As you're doing that, you hear the door to the cellar up above open, and there are voices that come down through the secret passage and into the lab. And now you are present with Dean Doval, who is a drow with brilliant blue eyes. Dean Tyson, who is a tall and thin black dragonborn with a mop of curly hair.
Everyone's coming down here with their dating profile.
Not looking for anything serious right now.
His intense blue eyes just gaze into your soul.
You also see Dean Swiftprince, who is a halfling with an undercut that falls long on the right side of her face, and she is wearing her signature purple blazer and an earring in her left ear.
He's a Sagittarius.
And then you also have Donnie and Professor Fackham Kane.
As I see them come down, I draw my spear. Before you guys take another step further, how do we know it's actually you?
Yeah, has it been 20 minutes?
There's more than 3 of them.
Oh, right. Good logic.
Did we really take 20 minutes to play this one round of tic-tac-toe?
They come down and entire walls just filled with 40 games.
Well, you also did identify, and you looked through the things on the table, and yeah, it's been 20 minutes.
How do we know that there wasn't more hags that they went and got, Milo? Just quick. Tell me something only you guys would know.
Dean Doval steps forward and says, I suppose I could say that, Manny, I know that you actually failed your very first exam at the Arcshine.
More betrayal!
But that was because you did it backwards to front instead of front to back, so you actually were able to get the points back?
Another lie.
I can't believe this.
You see Manny take the back of his hand with the one that he's not holding the spear with, and he wipes his eyes. Guys, it's them. It's actually them. I told nobody about this. Thank goodness. Oh, and I put my spear away.
All right, gentlemen. So we're here now. Donnie says that there are, well, obviously we just saw some witches pop up and take Dean Livia. What is going on?
We still have a very big problem. We have not come to a punishment for Fackham Kane breaking that goddamn vase. I will not have my name tarnished with this vase.
Professor Kane steps forward and says, Dixon, I don't know what you're talking about. I gave you a note before you left for the Pyrocross game. I said that I was innocent. And clearly, with these witches coming and trying to harm our students, and then coming and telling Dola that it is time to leave, clearly, they have been in cahoots this entire time, and they are the ones responsible for the deathly illness that has been running rampant through this school.
But not all the crimes that have taken place.
Right, are you blaming
Arcshine.
are you shifting blame to the hags for the unfortunate fate that vase met?
I suppose I was never on that floor where the demons attacked you.
By gods, we've been wrong this whole time. The hags really are the bad guys.
They really, truly are evil.
That vase did nothing. It had a family.
Who's gonna tell his little face children?
They're little pots.
Little pots.
Just mere potted plants.
Who's fresh out of the kiln?
They'll never make it to the garden.
Dean Swiftprince chimes in with, My God, this reminds me of when we were young.
When you were young. By the Slayers. Nice.
Yeah, what was the question? What's going on? Exactly what you guys witnessed. Those aren't witches, they're hags. They've been impersonating students. They've been impersonating professors. I mean, look at this. Look at this lab that we're in. Look at Winona over here. Look at everything that's going on. There's obviously something going on, and I don't know what you guys want to do about it. or what we should be doing about it, or what anybody's going to do about it, but something needs to be done about it.
Dad's going to step up and say, wait. You can't trust what he has to say. See, there's been some hags, and they've been impersonating some students and some faculty, and they've got this lab here, and Winona is also here. And we killed one.
There's the body.
You can trust me, because I don't betray my team.
Manny takes 18 points of psychic damage from that, and I drop unconscious because that one fucking hurted.
18.
So Dean Doval says, all right. I think we need to go from the top.
There was these warriors, Brixius and Hembionitis. They had parents, that they were orphaned.
She winds up starting to ask some questions, and based on the questions, you guys wind up rehashing how you had come to find Liang unconscious in the atrium of the Arcshine. After that, you went looking for the secret entrance to the lab. You found Winona, or who you thought was Winona, there. You wound up taking Winona back to your room, only to figure out that she was acting strange, and you followed her into the hallway where you were attacked by demons. When you were in the lab the first time, you had discovered the words, "Binded to the earth within this circle, tied to the user through magic. Essence of life, essence of weave, power complete." And after you fought the demons and you were confronted by Coach Rolta and Dean Tyson,
And framed.
you started this whole investigation. Mentioning these things in this order, Winona is able to corroborate that she had already been captured and tested upon by the witches, and that when she was first captured, that is when everybody got sick. When the spell was cast, everybody got sick, and she explains how Liang was there and he messed up the spell. And Dean Doval immediately goes, "Oh, he must have changed bound to binded. That would have caused irreparable damage to the spell." And then Winona is able to further say that when you guys arrived the first time, that they had taken her up to the inn, drugged her to keep her quiet, and that she had been whisked away to the woods, where she overheard additional conversation between the witches concerning the master, concerning a foolproof way to use an unlimited source of magic for the Emperor. And when she was brought back to the lab, they had decided that the only way to end the spell was to kill her, because she was the user that had been binded to the earth within that specific circle, so that there was continuous magic being pulled into that circle into her. Because every time that they tortured her, she just got better, and she never felt ill or sick. And so by killing her, that was the only way to end the spell.
And that's the aristocrats.
Wait, they were trying... Sorry, this is my dumbass just trying to follow along. So the spell that made everybody sick, the hags were trying to end by killing Winona? Or like a spell... like, were they trying to keep a spell active, the one that would draw the power, by killing Winona in the circle, so that there's like a constant flow of power somehow, and that's how it was like binded?
Well, like Winona was absorbing all the power instead of, I don't know.
Dean Doval is walking around with her finger on her lips and says, Yes, I think that Milo's right. That they were trying to make the spell not tied to Winona, but tied to the circle. And because they had the wording wrong because of Liang, that is why everybody was sick. They were constantly having their life force strained. And Donnie chimes up and says, I told you that they were doing that! I've been trying to tell you for a year!
You guys,
He does have a good point.
You guys gave Donnie the shaft here. You got the short stick. I think he gets free tuition moving forward.
Professor Kane pipes up and says, Yes, I think that you are quite right there, Manny. Dean Doval, I think we need to issue a full apology to Poor Donnie and his family here. Donnie, we've only been trying to keep you safe. I've been going fucking crazy in the infirmary, and nobody would believe me, you assholes. Dean Doval says, okay, Donnie, we deserve that, but we're sorry, okay? I don't know what else to say. You weren't making much sense to begin with.
Donnie rages out. He is the final boss.
So, I guess we understand why everything was happening now, or some of those circumstances, but I guess what do we do next?
Yeah, 2 of them got away.
With Livia leaving and 2 of the hags getting away, like what's to stop them from coming back? You know, what are the next steps here? How do we ensure that this doesn't happen again, or that, you know, we actually are safe here?
You doing?
Dean Doval says, I don't know, Manny. It is, it's quite concerning. All we can do is be vigilant and keep an eye out for each other and for the school. There are some dark forces afoot, and clearly they're trying to figure out a way to move beyond surges and to make magic stable again. I don't know what their end game is, but I guess this was their testing ground.
Well, and not to sound like bad here, but is there merit to what they're trying to do?
Professor Fackham chimes in and says, well, Manny, now that you bring it up, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to implement a way that we can use surges with dead animals. Like, if we find a scale on the ground, it won't work in a surge if that dragon has already perished. But if we find a dragon scale years after the dragon is gone and we can still use it, that would be a huge leap forward. It sounds like instead of using magical creatures, these witches were trying to use us. They were trying to stabilize our connection to the weave, which is dangerous to say the least. But it may be possible.
Because isn't that how it was long ago? Like before obviously my generation's coming up and everything. Wasn't there a time that we were connected to the weave?
Dean Doval says, yes, Manny, you're right. The weave was once stable, and for some reason, magical creatures can still connect to the weave without problem, but humans and other humanoid creatures, we cannot consistently hold the weave. And it is the thought of many that it has something to do with the absence of the gods. We have not felt their presence ever since the Revengers stopped Sargonis from returning to this realm in the Battle of Trugala.
Bastards.
Right, yeah, that's what I recall reading, so yeah, just was curious. It sounds like, you know, if there is a way to get us reconnected, although dangerous, right, I just was trying to understand it, like, why they were looking to accomplish what they were trying to accomplish, but
if they can do it that way and make a stable connection for us humanoids, then they would have unlimited power over the rest of us. We cannot operate without surges or without relics of the gods, but those are harder and harder to come by. That's why you don't see very many paladin at the school anymore.
yeah, okay, I mean, I guess you're right. With, next steps, we'll look out for each other. I'm not sure my parents want me coming back here. Well, I'm going to graduate this year anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter, but
Yeah, we just have to just take the final.
yeah, what does this mean for the final?
Can this count as our final?
What does this mean for Thad's legacy as a Pyrocross player?
Dean Doval looks to the other deans and says, please, will you all excuse me and these gentlemen? Take Donnie and Winona, and if what they're saying and what we have assumed is true, then all of the students in the infirmary should be waking up. I think that you all should be there to help them and guide them out of their stupor. But I need a moment with the boys. And all of the other deans and Winona and Donnie all leave. And as they go, and you can hear the door at the top of the secret staircase close, Dean Doval turns to you and says, "Boys, we've heard these stories, and clearly there is someone out there, either one or two or more, going by the name of Master and Emperor. Whether this is in my best judgment or not, you have proven yourselves. I would be willing to support you in a mission to look into these terrible deeds, and perhaps we can not only stop these terrible monsters from enacting their plans, but perhaps we might be able to restore the weave for us all. Would you be interested?"
Yes! What's in it for me, though? I'm just kidding.
Will it cut into the Pyrocross season?
No, Thad. I'll make sure that you're present for all of the Pyrocross matches, especially since you won against Daunt.
Then it's okay.
And yeah, I mean, it sounds like the right thing to do is continue on the path and see what we can do, and as long as after all this is said and done, I still get my diploma from here, and I'm able to take this experience moving forward. But it just simply sounds like the right thing that we should be doing. So if there's anything that I could help with, and if you want me to continue to look into it, I will.
The deans and I will discuss, and we will start planning our task force to look into this further. For now, though, we will be suspending the upcoming midterm. I will be sure to give you full grades. You've more than proven yourself capable of survival and of using your surges, which was what this midterm was going to be on. So, congratulations, you've all got A's.
Woo!
I am very proud of you, boys. Very proud.
That's the first time anyone said they're proud of Manny.
Damn.
Wow.
Truthful.
That's laying into me this episode.
I cannot thank you enough for everything that you have done for this school. And with that, she bows deeply, and then she sweeps up the stairs to go check on the other infirmary students.
I holster my pistol. It's just been out in my hand the whole time.
Well, boys, good fucking work, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Winona, where would you like to go?
She's gone.
Oh, fuck me then, alright.
Should eat a whole bag of them.
No, that would have been quite an ending to the campaign, am I right? Anyways. Alright, guys, well, what do we do next?
We all jump into the air, freeze frame, and high five.
Yeah. Well done. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I am still dealing with multiple levels of exhaustion.
You have no idea how long I've been waiting to put this hammock up in your tusks.
You, again, are not sleeping in my tusks, but I am ready for a bath and some sleep. Not at the same time, not trying to drown, although I could keep my trunk flop out of the tub and I could sleep under the water. That would be pretty cool because I can breathe through my trunk.
Plot twist, he snores.
Oh. I'm just picturing the elephant-sized bathtub that our dorm room has.
You get in it and flood the place.
Imagine the one for the fucking turtle.
And meanwhile, Milo uses the same size tub.
He's swimming laps in there.
I just have an inflatable, lounge, I just hang out in it.
It's in his pocket.
Yeah.
Dad goes in and goes into his shell and just sits in the bottom of the tub for an hour because he can hold his breath for an hour.
But regardless, guys, I could really use to wash off the day and hit the hay. You know
Want
what
to make things out of clay?
You know what I say?
Just May. What do you say?
Hey.
Okay, so you all leave the underground lab, you head back to your dorms, and as you're rinsing up and washing off the grime and just stress of the day, you start to hear voices in the Arcshine Tower again. You poke your head out of the door and you can see that all of the students that had been in the infirmary are now returning to their dorm rooms, and they seem confused, but they're talking, there's some laughing, and it seems like things, although scary, may finally be going somewhat back to normal. But when you eventually make your way back to your dorm room itself, and you are getting ready to get into bed, Dixon, you get in bed and you can still see the scratched words, "We are the Surge," that Donnie had put there last year. And Manny, you climb up into your top bunk, and Thad, you curl up in your shell. But Milo, when you get up into your top bunk, there is a green orb sitting on your bed.
I like it. I touch it. What's it do?
As soon as you touch it, a projection of a hooded figure fills the room,
Oh, hell.
and it settles down right on the floor so that all of you can see it, and you hear a deep voice. "Hello."
Guys, do you hear that?
Of course, the big fucking glowing thing in the room. Yes, yeah, I see and hear it, Milo. Fuck.
Ignore it. Maybe it'll go away.
I am very impressed. Little did I think that you could ruin my plans so thoroughly.
It's the Emperor.
Is he an oil baron?
Okay, John Wayne.
That gets up from his shell by himself for the first time to shut the orb off.
Man, he's like, you could do this the whole time?
As you go to grab the orb, it does not turn off. It looks like this is a pre-recorded message, and it says,
Don't worry. I will be along shortly. But first, I have a few things to take care of myself. The Emperor always gets his way. We will be in touch, boys.
I put the orb in my pocket.
Is that like his catchphrase?
Boy.
Welcome to the Emperor's Have It Your Way.
I don't think this is done, guys. But before we handle that, tonight we rest.
and with that, we are going to end the Death Saving Bros podcast.
Well, I kind of hate that. Now I want to fight the Emperor.
Don't worry, we will continue to play, but for our listeners, unfortunately, we have reached the end of how far we can go as a podcasting team. After 6 years and 130 plus episodes of main feed and countless other hours on our Patreon, we have reached a point where it is time for us to say goodbye. We thank you thoroughly from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. We couldn't have done it without you. I don't know if you have anything that you want to say to the listeners at home.
If you listen to every episode, made it to 133? If you've listened to every single episode all the way to 133, stop it. Get help.
Well, we're forcing them to stop it.
Do something productive
Get
with
help.
your time.
In all reality, I think Paul said it best. We really do appreciate it all. It definitely is what kept this going as long as it did. Just being able to experience it with you guys, both around the table, but also the audience, and just have you guys be really a part of the show, because it wouldn't have gone on nearly as long as it did without you guys. So thank you for giving us the motivation to do it, and allowing us to do this as well. And also, fuck you, as Beerich would say.
It just sucks that because we all enjoyed doing this, but it's just the fact that we don't have the time constraints and everything's just getting difficult. So it's not that we don't want to be. It's because it has been a lot of fun, and we're going to try to figure out a way to, I want to figure out a way to come back again. Round 3, but we'll see.
Well, I will wind up putting up a short summary of what I have planned for this campaign, and that will be available to our $10 tier or higher. But to our gentlemen players, I want to say thank you. Thank you for not only playing with me, but for agreeing to go on this mad journey with me as podcasters.
I'm just happy to have been here.
It's like, I did this for me and me only. Fuck everybody. Why don't you do the thank you to Paul? Paul gave us a thank you. Give him the heartfelt. Somebody give him the heartfelt fuck you.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Nobody did more work for this than Paul did, and it would not have been a thing.
Nobody had more balls dragged across their face than Paul did either.
You know what? If there's a key takeaway from all these hundreds of episodes, it's that Paul's forehead is a champion.
Thank you, guys. I know that the dragons and dungeons that came out of this entire thing were out of love, and there's nothing left to say at this point, except for the final time. If you wish to keep in touch with us, we are available individually from now on. I am on social media at HBCamper.
You can find me at Benfro15.
Just leave me alone.
Just eat dicks.
I'm _B_rad.
Yeah, I guess you could find the Reddit.
You can find me on the PlayStation Network or Steam as FATT-Smith.
There he is. There's a new plug on the last episode.
Secret bonus plug.
And to all those of you who are listening, in your cars, in your homes, or wherever you may be, may you always keep saving those death throws. And we'll see you on the next one. This episode was made possible by our patrons. The following individuals have pledged at the $5 tier. Tad Corsi. Thank you for your support. Some of the sounds and background music in this production are copyright material. The song Thinking Music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. This track is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License 3.0. The song The Dangerous Stole Olivia is by Ivan Duke. These tracks are used with permission, all rights reserved.